Hello students. I hope you have covered the topic of control and coordination. The last video lecture that I have done, I have shown it to you. That is regarding the phytohormones or the plant hormones. That is the last content that we studied, right? Now, the last part of the chapter we will move on. That is movements in plants, and then about the hormones as well. That is about the endocrine system. Let's start with the first topic, that is movements in plants. Now we already know that animals can move from one place to another, right? But plants, can they move from one place to another? No. So plants cannot show the movement as that of an animal can show. They can move from one place to another. How do plants, but we do say that plants have movements. How do they show the movements? They can show the movements with the like bending, twisting, curling, coiling. These are some movements of the plants. Okay. Now when I have to categorize with the response to stimulus of the movement of the plant, they are categorized into two. Now plant movement with respect to the response to stimulus, they are categorized into two. The first is trophic movement and the second is nastic movement. Now when I have to talk about nastic movement, they are reversible, they are neither away or towards the stimulus. That is nastic movement. Now when I have to talk about the trophic movement, they are classified into either phototropic movement, chemotropic movement or geotropic movement. Phototropic, the word photo, that deals with the sunlight, meaning the movement that takes place with the help of the sunlight, right, with the energy of the sunlight. Second that I have to talk about is the chemotropic. Chemo, the word says about chemical, meaning the movement that takes place with the help of the chemical reaction. Okay. Third one that I have to talk about is the geotropic, the movement that takes place with the help of the gravity. Okay. Now when I have to go into detail about the first one, that is phototropic movement. Now there are positive and negative movements in all the three. Okay. So if I have to talk about the phototropic movement, the shoot that bends towards the light is a phototropic movement, and the root, that is positive phototropism that you can say, and the root, you can say it as a negative phototropism. It is away from the light, right? If I have to talk about the chemotropic, the movement that takes place with the help of the chemical reaction, right? So here we can take an example of the pollen tube that reaches the ovule with the help of a chemical reaction, right? Then you can give an example for the geotropic. Geotropic refers to the response induced by the gravity. Okay. The roots that grow towards the gravity, that is positive geotropism, and the shoot that goes away from the gravity, that is what negative geotropism. So here all the tropic movements have a positive and a negative movements, right? So I hope what do you mean by positive? Positive would be in the favor of, and negative would be away from whatever the energy is, maybe a chemical, maybe a gravity, or maybe the phototropism, that is about the sunlight. Okay, so this was about the movement in plants. Now we have to go ahead with the next topic and the last topic of this chapter, that is endocrine system. Endocrine system, when I talk about endocrinology, is a science that deals with the study of the endocrine system and its function. Okay. Now in endocrine system, the main important role is about the hormones. Now hormones are what? These are the chemical messengers which send signals to the body or to a particular organ, and these have a specific function, specific role in the body of a living organism. Okay. Now in the human body, the glands may be classified on the presence or absence of a duct. Okay, these are, one is exocrine gland and second is endocrine gland. Okay, exocrine gland are the duct gland and endocrine gland are the ductless gland. The secretion of these glands are carried by our ducts for the further metabolic activities to a particular site of the body. Okay, now here you can give an example of liver, salivary gland, etc. This is about the exocrine gland. When I have to talk about the endocrine gland, they are ductless gland. Now when I say ductless, meaning they don't have duct in them, meaning it does not have a passage wherein it can go through a duct, so it directly goes to the bloodstream of the body. Now that we have to learn about some of the hormones which play an essential role in metabolism. Okay, so the first hormone is adrenaline. Now adrenaline, it is secreted by the adrenal glands. Now when are adrenal glands present? They are kind of a triangular structure which is present above the kidney. Okay, both the kidneys. So these are adrenal glands that we can see. So what do? They secrete the hormone which is known as adrenaline. Now it affects where the ANS. ANS, as you already have studied in the previous, in the first initial lectures about autonomic nervous system, right? So it affects the ANS, which controls the functions such as heart rate, secretion of saliva, etc. The second hormone that we have to learn is about the growth hormone. It is one of the hormones which regulates growth and development. And if the GH, in short we say it as GH, the GH is deficient, it leads to dwarfism, and if it is in excess, it leads to gigantism. When I talk about thyroxine, it is secreted from the thyroid gland, and it regulates carbohydrates, fats and protein metabolism in the body. And iodine is necessary for thyroid gland to make thyroxine hormone. In case of, if iodine is deficient, there is a possibility of goiter. Now goiter means what? It is the enlargement of the thyroid gland. Okay. The next is gonads. Now gonads is, apart from producing gametes, gonads, that is testes and the ovaries. Now gonads, I am not telling you gonads is a hormone. Gonads is a part, that is the testes and the ovaries. The testes in the male and the ovaries in the female. The primary sex organs of the male is testes. The primary sex organ of a female is ovary. Okay, they also produce this hormone. Fine. Now which are these? Testes, the main function of the testes is what? To produce sperm. So what does it produce? A hormone which is known as testosterone. Now testosterone is a hormone once the male attains its puberty. Puberty means the maturity level. They start producing what? The sperms from the testes, meaning the testes are the one that produces the sperm. The second is the ovaries. Now ovaries are also the same thing, meaning the female. It is present in the female. These are the primary sex organ of the female reproductive system. What does the ovaries produce? They produce egg every month. Now when do they produce egg? Once the female starts, attains her puberty level. And when it starts producing egg, simultaneously it starts producing its hormone which is known as estrogen. The ovary contains a number of immature eggs which is known as ova, and when the ovum matures or the ova matures, it starts releasing the hormone which is known as estrogen, meaning that means the puberty, the female has attained her puberty level. Okay, so we have completed with the chapter, children. Today we learned about movement in plants, we learned about the hormones, that is about the endocrine system completely. We are done with the chapter of control and coordination. Kindly study seriously. Hope you will study properly. Thank you so much.